Right, RIP stands for Routing Information Protocol. Routing
Right.
Information Protocol. Now, why we need this protocol? What is this protocol doing? Why do we need this? We need a routing protocol to learn the routes in the routing table dynamically. If the routes are not there, packet cannot be routed in a router. So we learned in the previous class how to write a static route. Is that right? Have we learned static route?
Yeah.
And we also
Yes.
learned a default route. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Instead of writing manually static routes and default routes, we can enable a routing protocol so that routing protocol will do the route discovery and writing the route into the routing table. So we make things dynamic here. Now you see, when you buy a cell phone, and turn it on for the first time, for a surprise you will see the cell phone is showing you the exact current time. Or you assume you had a cell phone last year and you lost it, and today you got it and it is dead. Means there is no battery in it because long time you didn't see that cell phone, battery power lost, and now you power up, you charge the battery, and when you turn on the cell phone, what date you see? You see the latest date, the current date. How is it possible? The time,
Because it's sync.
yeah, the time and date is synchronized with the service provider or the cell phone company's SIM card. It talks to the service provider network and takes the clock from there. Dynamic. But in an older day cell phone, we used to give manually. I remember, in olden days when cell phone came, we were using Nokia. Those cell phone, whenever you turn on, it will ask for date and time. You need to feed date and time, and then we get inside. So date and time were not dynamically given to the cell phone. So likewise, static route is time consuming. We need to type static routes manually. Plus, if you don't know the time, how you will set the time for your Nokia cell phone? If you don't know, you cannot give time. But if you make it as an automatic, as soon as you turn on the cell phone, even though you don't know the time, your cell phone shows you what the real time is, the current time is. Likewise, in the real network, routers can discover all the networks in the topology for you. You no need to know all the networks. Say for example, I got router 1 here connected to router 2, router 3, router 4, and so on. Now I got a network here connected to a switch. I got a lot of PCs. I got many PCs here. So I got PCs down here, down here, and they got different network. Let's say this one is 10.0.0.0/8 network, or let me say the host IP address 1, and this is 10.0.0.3/8, and this is 10.0.0.2, and here it is 20.0.0.1/8, 20.0.0.3/8, 20.0.0.2/8, 30.0.0.1, 30.0.0.2, 30.0.0.3, 40.0.0.1, 40.0.0.2, 40.0.0.3, and here the gateway is .4, and here the gateway is .4, .4, .4, which means what? 10.0.0.4. Here it is 20.0.0.4, 30.0.0.4, 40.0.0.4. So this is one LAN actually. See, if you take this one, what is this? This is a LAN. This is one LAN, and this is another LAN,
Right.
and this is another local area network, and this is another local area network. So these local area networks are interconnected through what? Through router. Why?
Router.
This LAN are different networks. They are different networks. So different
Yeah.
network, what device you need to connect? You need a router to connect. Now if these two routers need to talk, they need an IP. So you give what? 50.0.0.1, 50.0.0.2. Now these two can talk each other. Likewise 60.0.0.1, 60.0.0.2, 70.0.0.1, 70.0.0.2. So this is what your topology is. Now let us assume you work in this company and you belong to this department. This is your in charge. You need to take care of this local area network. Belong to ASIF.
Okay.
Now you know only about your network, and you know about your router R1. So according to you, what are the networks you know? ASIF knows only two networks, that is 10 network and then 50 network. You know only two network, which is 10 and 50.
50.
You don't have any idea about other networks in your office. Why? Because you don't control them. They are controlled by some other managers. So if you don't know, then how you can write a route? If you don't know that there is something called 30, you cannot write a static route. Only when you know the entire topology, you can write a static route. But if you enable a routing protocol, that will discover all these networks. So let's say I enable RIP protocol, RIP. I enable RIP here, and this administrator also enables RIP here. He enables RIP here. He enables RIP here.
Okay.
When all this router run the same protocol, you no need to know what all network is there in your office. Those networks will be automatically given by RIP. RIP will give 20. RIP will give 30. RIP will give 40. RIP will give 60. And do we have 70? Yes.
Yeah.
So these networks were not known to you before you enable RIP. When you enable RIP, these are learnt dynamically in your routing table. Through which protocol? Through RIP protocol. That's why you have R. In the routing table, when I type show IP route, when I type this command, I can see directly connected. Not only that, I can see even these networks which are not directly connected to me given by RIP.
Okay.
So routing protocol, what it does is it dynamically
Provide route.
Dynamically provides route, discovers and provides routes
For example, if
to various
networks.
destinations. Yeah, networks.
For example, any destination RIP is disabled, then what will be happen?
That is the pathetic thing, correct. If this administrator disables RIP, you
Like
will
R3 is disabled. R3 is disabled, then
if
R4
R
he will not recognize.
correct. If R3 router is disables RIP, you may have RIP here. Let me redo it
Enable.
again. So you see, on R4 you have RIP, on R2 you have RIP, R1 you have RIP, but in R3 you don't have RIP. What will happen?
Okay.
Your router R1 will not have routes to 30, 40 and 70. Why? 30, 40 and 70 are behind router 3. You will not
So
learn
how?
from R4 also. You will not
Okay.
learn.
So how can we identify that R3 node is down or there is something wrong? Let's suppose first we have enabled all these nodes are enabled. Okay, R1 RIP enable, R2 RIP enable, R3 R4 all RIP are enabled. But we are
Okay.
unable to access the R4 or R3. Suppose R3's node is down. So how can we identify that there is problem on R3 RIP?
Very good. So it's a nice question actually. This is very common in real world. So these people, these 10 people, they were accessing 40. All of a sudden they will
Okay.
complain to you. They will call the help desk. They will say 40 is not able to reach. The servers are not reaching. Then when you go and check in your routing table on R1, you will not find these routes. If you don't see this route, what you can do is first you will ping your next router R2. Is it pinging? Yes, it's pinging.
Okay.
Next you will ping your router 3. Is it pinging? Yes, it is pinging. Assume it is pinging, but RIP is not working. So if R3 is pinging, you will try to ping R4. Is it pinging? Not pinging. So what are the problems? Maybe R4 is down, or maybe the connection between R3 and R4 is down, or the protocol that's supposed to give me the 70 network is down. There are many chances, right? Sometimes RIP may be working, router 4 might have gone down, or RIP may be working, but this link might have gone down. So a lot of chances. So you ping R3, but you are not able to ping 70.2. So you go to router 3 and check show IP route. When you type show IP route, if you find 70, then link is good. From router 3 you
Okay.
ping 70.2. From router 3 you ping 70.2. It is pinging. Then router 4 is also there. But when I
RIP
type
is
show
disabled.
IP route, I am not able to see 40 network. Then I need to be in an alert mode. Why it is not showing 40? So when I type show IP protocol command, I can identify that RIP is absent. Sometime you may have RIP here, but it might have gone down here. So you go type here show IP protocol. You should see RIP there. If it is not there, enable RIP. So it has to run on all the router. Only then it will be as expected. So RIP must run on all the router.
Right.
No, I have never seen any time router will be running but RIP failed. I have never seen something like that. RIP will not fail like that unless your configuration goes wrong. Unless our configuration goes wrong, RIP will not fail. RIP will be there if router is there. Okay, so routing protocol, what it does, it dynamically discovers and provides the route for various destination. And this, if it is not given dynamically, you need to write statically. To write statically, you need to know what all network there in your topology. If you don't know what to do, you cannot write a static route. So dynamic routing protocol is good.
Yeah.
Fine. So one such dynamic routing protocol is RIP. Today our focus is not on OSPF or EIGRP, which is another routing protocol. Our focus is mainly on RIP, routing information
Okay.
protocol. Now, every routing protocol has got something called metric. Every routing protocol has got something called metric. Metric. What is metric? Metric is simply means measurement. Metric means measurement. Normal English meaning for metric is measurement. Now you think about measurement.
Measurement. Metric.
See, according to
Administrative distance calculated by metric.
no. Administrative distance is different. Don't go there. I'll talk about administrative distance after this. So metric
Okay.
is a measurement. What is metric? In the routing protocol sense. See, based on what RIP decides a route to be a best route. That is what metric. Based on what RIP decides as a best route. See, if I send you to a new country and ask you to find good people in that country, say for example you are going to some country, let's say the country name is A, B, C. You are going to country ABC. Now we both are doing business. Let's say we both are doing business. You are going to the country and checking whether the business is possible in ABC country. Now when you go to ABC country, you will see how many people are there to buy, let's say shoe. We are running a shoe company. Me and Asif is running shoe company. So Asif is going to a country called ABC and checking whether we can start the shoe business there. Now Asif, when he goes and see there, he is seeing no one wearing shoe in that country. No one is wearing shoe. So what he comes and says, he says, no, we cannot do business there. They don't know first of all what is shoe. You understand? You come and say, they don't know what is shoe, so how we are going to do shoe business there? Now I said another person who is very expert in marketing. See, Asif was a technical guy. He was a network guy. So he came and said, no one is wearing shoe. You cannot do shoe business. Now I am sending one more person, Zubair. Now Zubair is going to same ABC country and comes back and says me, hey, we can do very good business there. Why? There is no one having shoe. Let us sell all the shoe there. You see, same country, two people went. Asif said, you cannot do business. No one knows what is shoe there. Zubair comes and says, we can do super business there. No one is wearing shoe. We will sell all the shoes to that country. So what do you understand from this? The metric. According to Zubair, if no one is wearing shoe, that is good. But according to Asif, if someone is wearing shoe, only then you can do business there. So metric varies from people to people. Let me give you another example. If I ask you to come to Bangalore, how you will come? You will take aeroplane, or you will come by bus, or you will come by jeep, or you will come by bike. Definitely you can come by bike also to India. There is way, there are routes from Pakistan to India. Now how you will come? Will you come by bus, or will you come by plane, or you will come by train? How you will come?
I will check budget depend on budget.
Good. So your metric is money. Because you are
Okay.
little free now, because you are free now, you will not see time. Which one takes less time? You will not see time as a metric. You are seeing money as a metric. But if you ask me to come to Pakistan, I'll take only flight. Why? I have a lot of projects waiting. I have a lot of batches waiting. I cannot waste time in going in a train or a bus. My metric is
So time is metric.
time is my metric. For you, money is the
Yeah.
metric. For some other people, they may have some other kind of metric like luxury. For some, they will see
Yeah.
which one has got more luxury, more comfort. They will go in that. So likewise, every routing protocol will decide best path based on some measuring technique like metric. Say for example, I got router 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now assume the dots are routers. This is connected like this, and this is connected like this, and this is connected like this. Now from A to B, how many routes are there to go from A to B?
3 routes.
3 routes are there. You know what RIP will do? RIP will say this is the best route. Why RIP is saying like that? There is only one router in the middle. So if I go via this down path, let me say number, this is path number 1, this is path number 2, this is path number 3. RIP will say path number 3 is best. Why? Because there is only one router. I need to do what? 1 2 jump, only 2 hop. A to B. If I go via router 3, means third path, it is only 2 jump, 2 hop to reach B. If I go via path 2, it is how many jump? 1 2 3, 3 jump.
3.
If I go via path 1, it is 1 2, again this is also 3. Now which one is smaller? 2 is smaller, so it will say path 3 is the best path, because less number of stoppings in the middle, less number of routers in the middle. So
Right.
smaller the number of hop, better is the route. Smaller the number of hop. Okay, you are going in a bus. Which bus you will take? You will take the bus which stops in every stopping, or you will take bus which stops in a limited stopping. You prefer the bus which stops very less stoppings, correct?
Yeah, right.
You try to take point to point bus instead of a local bus which stops everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Likewise, RIP takes the route
So,
based
so
on
metric calculate minimum hop,
minimum hop is the better hop, better route.
better hop.
So, according to RIP, what is the metric? Metric is hop count. Hop count.
Hop count.
If the hop count is lower, if the hop count is small, that is the best route.
Okay.
Okay, that is one. And this RIP has got a limitation. What is that? RIP can support maximum of 16 hops, that is 0 to 15 hops.
15.
0 to 15. See, if you start from 0, then it is 16 totally. Yeah, if you start
Right.
from 0, it is 16 totally. So 0 to 15 is the valid metric. So number 16th hop, 16 is an infinite metric. Infinite metric.
Okay.
Or not acceptable metric, or Infinite means unreachable
Cannot
metric.
use.
Cannot use.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Cannot use. Cannot use. Cannot use. Unreachable metric. So this is the
Okay.
limitation in RIP. It can learn the routes only from 15 routers. It will not learn routes from the 16th router. So
And
metric
what
is
will be happen? And what will be happen if we need more reps? So make another networks of rep
no.
0 to
Actually,
15.
no. We will go with another protocol. We will not go with RIP.
Okay. Okay.
There are other protocols which supports more number of hop counts. We will be seeing something
Ah.
we have something called EIGRP, which we are going to learn next, that supports 100 hop counts.
Oh, good.
No, by default 100.
So how many?
It
How
can
many
even,
protocol here?
yeah, we are going to
RIP
learn
is
three
protocol.
protocols. We are going to
RIP,
learn three protocols: RIP, EIGRP, and OSPF.
EIGRP,
OSPF, Open Shortest Path
OSPF.
First. Now, OSPF has
Okay.
got unlimited hop count support, unlimited, no limit, which we use in big internet, wide area networks.
Okay.
EIGRP supports 100 by default. EIGRP can support more than 100. It can go even up to 255 hop. So,
EIGRP support 100 hop
by
or more than
default,
100?
no, by default 100. By default 100.
Okay.
You can tune it. You can give some commands and make it to support more than 100, up to 255.
Up to 255.
Yeah. So what we learned, I'm going to stop here today because I have next batch immediately coming now. RIP
No
stands
problem.
for Routing Information Protocol. This is one of
Okay.
a dynamic routing protocol. What is the purpose of this dynamic routing protocol? Is to discover the route and to provide the route in the routing table dynamically for all remote destinations. And
So
RIP's metric is hop count. Hop means one jump to reach the
jump,
next
one
router.
jump, one jump.
So smaller the hop count, better is the route. The maximum hop it supports is 0 to 15. 16th hop is an infinite metric. So
Infinite
RIP
metric,
cannot
right.
be enabled. RIP cannot be used in a network where there are more than 15 routers.
Yeah.
Right? It's
There
not.
is one question.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Like like in local lane, we need IP, we need subnet mask. Okay, if we are using router, so we need IP, we need subnet mask, we need default gateway. Now here, if we are using RIP, then then which only IP
We need to give
and
IP and
this only
subnet
two
mask.
IP, only just two.
Yeah, two. When you enable RIP, see,
Okay.
when you enable RIP on router, let's say I'm enabling RIP on router 3. When I enable RIP on router
Okay.
3, how many networks are there connected to router 3?
Only two
Three
routers are
networks.
connected
No.
with router.
3. 60,
Oh yeah,
30,
network 3, 16
10.
network.
So I need to advertise this 3 network in RIP. That's all. Likewise in router 2,
Okay.
50, 60, 20. Likewise in router 4, 40, 70. Router 1,
Okay.
10 and 50. When I do that, I will see all the routes in all other routers. Whatever is not directly connected, even that can be learned dynamically.